And no sleep. Yeah, I'm recording. Going on. There we go. And no sleep. Okay. What happened last time? We caught Darmanitan, or Darumaka, whatever. Daniel, as his name is. Probably gonna bench Venipede. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna put him in the PC. Oh, wrong button. I need to get used to this controller. I don't use controllers very often anymore. Because I don't know about y'all, if you're all on mostly console gamers or PC gamers with Pokemon. But now that because I'm on PC, now I just can't use a controller sometimes. Like, it's just so foreign to me. There we go. And we're good. So, Darmanitan, the actual final form, I believe he's... That's the wrong button. He's firefighting, if I recall correctly, as in his final form. Is this where the dock is? I'm gonna go train up a little bit here. Oh, what are you doing here? Iris, your friend, he seemed pretty mad. Did everything go okay in the sewers? So what are you going to do now? You ran to Gym Leader Berg in the sewers, didn't you? Maybe you should go to the Pokemon gym and see how far you've come. I'm sure battling will help your Pokemon come to understand you better as a trainer too. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to actually go back in to train our Darumaka. What level is he? 16, I believe? Okay, yeah. I need my Pokemon to get like level 20. Sorry, excuse me. So I want to get Darumaka at least to probably 18, depending on how fast it can go. Hopefully maybe 20. I probably should try and do 20. He's a physical attacker, I believe. I think actually right now his stats might be the same, but otherwise I think he's supposed to. I know he ends up being a physical attacker. Can we kill? There we go. This will be easy. Easy as pie. You're gonna level up soon, Daniel. In the meantime, I guess. How's y'all day been? Any interesting things happening with y'all? The more I play this game, the more I just understand that like we've lost something with not only with just like 2D graphics, which I've complained about in regards to Pokemon. Oh, come on. Because I think it's like no duh that like I think a lot of 2D games and older games are just better in a lot of ways. Like as someone who also likes fighting games and someone who's only like 20 something, I much prefer the old 2D fighting games, but also just 2D games in general. There's something weirdly free attack 39. Okay, yeah, we are a physical attacker. There's something oddly free and open about these older 2D games. Yes, the skill floor was a lot, or skill ceiling was a lot higher, and I would even say the skill floor is a lot higher because like even just to do minimally good requires a lot of skill in those older games. And I say this because I've been thinking about playing some of those on here because I think it'd be fun. I like playing them and help pass the time. There's weirdly something more freeing and open about that. Another weird thing, actually, this might just be a fighting game thing that I've heard, but like a lot of old fighting games and old games in general are designed typically by people who aren't, at least in that, who aren't like specialized or used to making those types of games. So like an interesting thing I found out and heard is that with Street Fighter 3, I don't know if it's all the versions, but at least the first one, New Generation, it was designed and like given to a team that more or less haven't worked on like Street Fighter before, which I always found super bizarre and weird, but this is like well known and quote unquote confirmed because like it's just always the story they give. But you'd think that like, okay, we're gonna make a sequel to one of the greatest fighting games or games ever during that time, right? The original Street Fighter 2 and all its versions, and this is Street Fighter 3. And instead of like, okay, instead of giving it to say the team that worked on the last game to make it say as good as that or, you know, similar people, they're like, okay, here you guys go. Here's a new team. And It's like almost an entirely different game when you think about it. Of course, granted, they were literally gonna use almost all entirely new characters that they weren't even gonna bring back, like Ryu and Ken and others, which is bizarre and weird. I kind of respect it though. But it's weird to think about that, like that then Street Fighter 3, that game, which eventually turned into Street Fighter 3 Third Strike as a third version, what's widely what I would consider the best fighting game ever made, if not of all time. Just in general, right? The GOAT, if you would, was designed by a team that more or less had nothing to do with Street Fighter, like as far as I'm aware. And I just heard things like that with a lot of older games in particular, where they're like, we're tasked with making a fighting game in particular, but we've never done that before. But wouldn't it be cool if you could do this and did this? Like, it wouldn't be cool if this was a mechanic and this was a character and all these things, which is really interesting to think about, because I think it's very different nowadays, right? We're like now, in terms of like especially fighting games, right? It's like, okay, we have a whole team and like practically company that's devoted to just making this specific type of game. Like we have the Capcom fighting game division, the Street Fighter people, which is fine. I'm sure they do an amazing job. Like I like 6 a lot, but I also still very much so prefer 5 before it, and even 5 before, and even obviously like I think 4, and then obviously 3 is just so good. We need a modern release of 3. I've heard, actually reminds me of the Pokemon again. I don't know if this is confirmed or not because I haven't seen anything of it. But is it true that like they were thinking they're going to be releasing digital console versions for the original Game Boy games onto Switch, so you could play Pokemon Red, Blue, and then Yellow, and I would assume probably Gold and Silver and Crystal on the Switch. If they haven't, they should, because that'd actually be really, really cool and good. Because while it's cool and all that they're on the 3DS digital console, having it on Switch is just so much better. It's just so much more streamlined and stuff. It also gives a lot of people like a modern day thing to use for those games and not having to like, you know, use their DS, buy those like capture card things for those. I just think it'd be better overall. I hope that is true. Like I said, if that's not the case, they really need to get on that. That's actually like vital, I feel. And then same with a game like Street Fighter 3. If you can't tell, I've had that on the brain for a little while. I've been wanting to play that. The game's just so fun. And especially with 6, what is it? Alex is supposed to come out in like next month, which I want to try and play that with my older brother. That's how I got into those games. My older brother, shout out Paul, he just had a bunch of games. His friends, whatever, would come over, and like, you know, me and my little brother, we'd be with him more or less because he's like our babysitter, or like we're just playing with him, whatever. And yeah, we would play that. Me and my little brother would always lose. Me a little less so because I actually kind of try and like compete. That's probably where a lot of my competitiveness comes from, was from losing to Paul and stuff so often. But you know, appreciate it for that. Appreciate him for that, for making me into this absolute monster. And now I'd say I'm a lot better. That's just because he doesn't play at least the new things or modern things or even fighting games all that much. Okay, I think that's a good. Spent more than like 10 minutes there. I might have to cut that. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yes, restore Pokemon, and now we're gonna get our next badge. I hope. Assuming, because I don't remember the story in this very super well in terms of details, but I think after this, more or less, we should immediately be able to go past here, catch a Sandile, because that's what I want for my team. And then, who's gonna be the water Pokemon? I need to figure out who's gonna be the water Pokemon. I don't know, because I have 3 on my team right now, so it's Darmanitan, Servine, or Superior, eventually, Lucario, Crocodile. Whoa, always forget how creepy this is. This feels like it goes against the Geneva Conventions, or like is against the law. Like, shouldn't there be railings on these? So why is there a clown in here? Like, I understand it's bug themed and he's like a weirdo and like an artist or whatever, but this doesn't scream either of those things. I mean, it kind of screams bug with the silk and stuff, but like, bruh. Oh, they're level 20. Ugh, I probably should have leveled up Daniel a little more. Duisaguro. Thank God we're super effective. I think he's going to be actually super crucial now, I think. And the same with like Sandile, because our major weaknesses so far have been fire Pokemon and just like really strong Pokemon. What does Uproar do? I don't even know. When does Darumaka evolve? I actually don't remember. Yeah, we'll keep with him. We need to level him up, and then we need to get Lucario up as well. I think it's just, we haven't been able to just level them up so well because we haven't gotten Pokemon that were actually super effective on to just like easily one-shot, which is crazy. Level 18. There we go. Harlequin. Evolve? No. Okay. I guess we go up here. Oh, there's like a weird like white layer stuff on. What? Did I not? What the heck is this? What the? I was gonna say. Why are you in this cocoon, dog? What the heck? That feels like it's something like bro got pranked or something. Like instead of like duct taping him to like the roof or ceiling, he got freaking put in a cocoon. And I was like, okay, you're gonna hide up here. Then as soon as you hear someone, then we'll let you free. But you gotta battle him, of course. And if you lose, you go back in the cocoon. Okay, bro. Like it's nothing personal. But I'm gonna win and send you back in the cocoon. It's nothing personal, but it is what it is, you know. GG. I was gonna say it's crazy that I'm literally just like sweeping through them right now with like an under level Pokemon, quote unquote. Even though I'm super effective and all that. But to be fair, this would happen if you just chose Tepig, which I understand fire starters are almost always gonna be like on the stronger side for a starter, unless literally you're facing like ground, rock, and like water gym leaders are the areas primarily. Fire is almost always the better one to go with, just because like they're so strong and like burn is such a powerful effect. Facade. What is that? That's a move that does more if you're like under a status effect or something. Is it in this one? I think it is this one where eventually they introduce, what is it, rotation battles, which is like triple, but you can also spin around. Those are interesting. Right? Because it has like a built-in switch type function with it. I didn't think this guy was a trainer. I thought he was going to be like an NPC where it's like, oh, if you go through here and these to get to and from the things with the cocoons. Okay, and you get to the left side. I think I'm almost more or less there. I'm like halfway to the gym. What level does Darumaka? I always forget that little guy's name, Darumaka. I'm also gonna run out of Fire Fang soon. I need Fire Punch, dude. He better learn Fire Punch effectively, or what's another? I guess Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, because I need a physical fire move. He's a physical attacker. Well, it looks like after this we're gonna have to be leveling up Almighty Pop, the Riolu. Ooh, dwellable. Okay, maybe Almighty Pop, you'll do good here. Maybe this is your calling. Because he's Rock and Bug, I believe. So I think Force. I don't remember. I think Bug is just neutral to the fighting. Nice. We got the paralyze on him. Not that matters. Yep. Come on, leftovers. Heal up, my boy. Almighty Pop. I hope you're watching. Nice. Oh, the animation is taking too long. I'm so impatient. Hurry up. Sand attack. Yo, if I end up missing this next move, I'm going to actually be upset. I'm going to really, really be upset if I miss this next move because of that freaking sand attack, dog. Oh, thank God. Yo, any of y'all see Mercy? Not the Overwatch character, the movie with Chris Pratt. Recently, last week. Copycat. I don't think that's a good move. I'll say no. But it's the one where Chris Pratt gets like arrested with this AI like judge, jury, and executioner type thing. And he has to try and prove his innocence through it. Oh, maybe able to switch. Actually, really good movie. Like I like Chris Pratt. I know there's like that whole meme thing from a lot of people, especially more liberal people, are like, "Oh, Chris Pratt is like the worst of the Hollywood Chris's." I disagree, of course, because I really like him. But I think also just outside of that, I think the movie was really, really good and interesting and solid. I will say the first like little bit of it, like 20, 30 minutes practically, probably more on the 20-minute side. It took a little bit to get going. It just gets a little slow and kind of sets up the whole story and characters and idea of it, right? Like, oh, he wakes up in this thing, which is like which is just like a kill boxing. You're tied to. Can I get? Yeah, can I? You're in this box, right? Convicted of this crime, and then you have the AI in front of you telling you, hey, you have full access to like the internet and things and all this, whatever, to try and prove your innocence. And there's like a whole like little percentage thing where it's like, oh, if you can get it below, I think in the movie it's like 92, but it's like if you can get it below a certain percentage, we won't kill you with this like death penalty like thing. So you just gotta like prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Another weird thing in there was that, and this like just bugged me as someone who's like kind of political, right? Is like the AI says you are basically guilty until proven innocent, whereas it should be the other way around. And I understand they have very good evidence, at least initially, to why they would think he's responsible for killing his wife, right? He went in there earlier that day, according to footage. Alcoholic, has violent tendencies. Not hitting people, but kind of next to that practically. And so a lot of things are like, okay, yeah, a lot of signs are more or less pointing to, yeah, it could be, probably would be him. But again, still innocent until proven guilty, which is supposed to be how the system is. But yeah, still really good movie. Highly recommend. I think the turn at the end, there's a few like little random turns where like, oh, his partner isn't completely innocent, mostly innocent with other stuff. I don't know. It was a good movie. If you like, say like your NCIS's like crime documentary movies and like, oh, here's a case, we gotta solve it before X or Y thing happens. It's a time limit. If you like those, highly recommend. It was just a good movie. Solid. Although I will say one thing was odd, or not odd, but just shocked me when we got into the movie. I thought from the trailers that he like helped invent the whole Mercy AI thing, but apparently he didn't, and that he's just like a cop, like one of the best cops, and he like just helped push forward them using it. I just think it's interesting. I don't know, and maybe just I was paying half attention to these trailers anyways, which I probably wasn't. But I could have sworn that's what it was. Dun, 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 dun. Does return do something? What does this do? I mean, this might be better than the fighting moves. Isn't bug resist fighting? I want to say, but I don't remember exactly. I know most of the type chart, most of it. But if you're gonna tell, because I don't play Pokemon all that often, or at least in a while, I'm a bit rusty. Thank God our leftovers is doing bits. Is this his last Pokemon? I think this is his last Pokemon. This one I think actually is a move that the more damage, the more the Pokemon likes me or whatever. Come on, one more time, Almighty Pop. Oh, come on, dude. You didn't do Razor Leaf this whole time. You do at the end just to randomly kill him. Dude, he was gonna level up to 20. Dude, this game sucks. We have to use Leaf. We're a special attacker, I believe, right? Yeah. Did he really just use Protect? What? Bro, like, why is this random NPC have Protect? Bro, what is this game? They're out here giving like competitive moves and stuff, dog. You're just a Swadloon. Like, why do you have Protect? You're also just a random clown in this guy's like weird, like twisted, like bug cocoon gym. Attack, and we're even actually, so that doesn't really matter. I could have sworn he's special attacker. Maybe that's just when he gets to superior. Maybe that's due to the nature of ours. Okay, I need to go back down to the floor. Yeah, I need to go. I don't know, escape through here. What? That's so weird. Wait, do the different sides make me go out through different... Oh, that's annoying. That's actually really annoying. Yeah, I need to go... I just go straight down. Yeah, okay. It's a shame the gym is so far.
A few moments later.
Okay, and we're back. We're back to the gym. We're back trying to... Where does that one go? Does it go up here? Where does this one go? Okay, that literally leads nowhere. Why does that... I know they're doing the whole like, oh, it's a puzzle game. You have to figure out how to get to the gym. Is it this one? Or do you get it? Is it this way or that way? They look exactly the same. Like, bro, come on. Just like, why you gotta make this more difficult than it has to be? Well, this is why also like, this is another reason, low key, why, and this I'm probably in the minority here. I'm not a big fan of open world games. I know I've told my other friends this, and I'd probably mentioned it before on stream, very briefly. But yeah, I don't particularly like open world games. It's because of how competitive I have now. Where now I just don't want to, like, I don't care about story all that much. The story would have to be really, really interesting or good for me to really care. And just in most games, I don't. As well, like, I've just never really cared all that much about it. I've always cared about like the world, the battling, the mechanics of the game. Like, I enjoy playing the game. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I know this, while story is good and I appreciate when it is good, to me it's like, bro, just let me get into the action, you know? Which is why, like, some of my other friends have been recommended Doom, because more or less that, where it's just like, ah! And I do want to play that. I really do want to play that, actually. That does seem right up my alley. But what? Come on, Karimaka, come on. Daniel, like, I need you to step up your game here. I need you to land the Fire Fang. Because your only reason I caught you is because, like, you're going to be super good against this. How are they so much faster? Thank God we resist that. Yes! Easy shmoney. Easy shmoney. What level does he evolve? I really need to know. Double. Okay, we'll switch. This is your time, Almighty Pop. Almighty Pop, I choose you. Or sorry, wrong time. Go, Almighty Pop, I choose you. Dwebble. 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 Remember this season of the anime is when I was really, really like watching it all the time. And it's the worst one too. I know at the time, I remember I used to think a little bit like, oh, people are like being dramatic about this one being really bad in terms of the game and the anime. They're wrong about the game. They weren't wrong about the anime. The anime for Black and White is pretty bad. Even the later stuff when like Team Rocket actually gets like low-key scary and serious, like Giovanni shows up and stuff, that's a little better, but it does not make up for the rest of the show in anime where it's like, bro, this is like some kiddie stuff. I remember one episode in particular is like is when Ash goes to face the electric chick, and he only brings Palpitoad. Oh, maybe that's what I'll get. I'll get Palpitoad and Seismitoad and all of them, whatever he evolves into. But like, bro only brought that one Pokemon because he was a ground type. He was like, oh yeah, it's immune to electric, so I'll just rely on him. And so then half the episode is him going back and forth where it's like, oh, Palpitoad went down. Okay, then he runs to the PC 10 minutes later, basically, in terms of their world, not real time. It's like, okay, I got another Pokemon. And it's like, okay, dang it. He runs, they get knocked out. He runs back to the PC, gets still another Pokemon. I'm like, bro, like, you've been doing this for, I think at that point, yeah, again, like 20 years of Pokemon. And you really thought you were just gonna like solo this gym with like one Pokemon, dog? Like, I understand, like, you're Ash, you're the main character. But, like, come on, dude. Bro, Almighty Pop, what happened to you? Bro, Almighty Pop fell off. Leavanny. Is that the final form? It might be. I think it is. It is. 24. Dude, my freaking Servine's not even level 24. Come on, Darmanitan. Or Darumaka. Cut. Okay, something tells me we're gonna be getting cut from him. What the heck? Bro! Daniel, you're OP! I just O-code him! Yes! Fire Punch as well! Oh, Daniel, you're so good. Incinerate, we'll keep those moves just in case. Yes! Easy peasy, easy shmoney. That's how you do it. Yo, we leveled up twice from that. That was a lot of XP, actually. 1800. Yo, do we evolve? I'd be sick if we evolve. Aw, dang it. Okay. Oh ho. You are very strong indeed. I guess it's no surprise I lost. Here, take this. Insect badge. I think it'll suit you. Eddie and Joseph, put in the badge. Bum-ba-da. Here, take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Boom. That's 3, right? Yes, that's 3. Jam received the insect bag. Oh, the insect bag suits you even better than I thought it would. If you have 3 badges, Pokemon up to level 40 will obey you. Included traded Pokemon. And you know what? I'll also give you this. Struggle bug. Okay, I thought it was gonna be cut. Maybe we already have cut. Struggle bug also lowers the special attack of the target that was damaged. I'm the best guy to tell you this. It's the little things that count. Okay, that's it. Well, thanks for nothing. Is this bro's goon cave? This is all his goon. Sorry, that's a little inappropriate. But okay, I guess I think that'll be a good place to leave it off here, guys. We beat the third gym, Berg. We got our next badge. I think after this, I don't remember or recall all that much. We might have to go back to see Iris on the dock. But either we do that next, or we go out to the desert and then we just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. But thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Next time, again, we'll probably do what happens next in the story. We got to capture more Pokemon, all that. But thanks for tuning in, watching. I've been streaming a whole lot recently. Tune into that. Make sure to watch Our Daily Bread every morning. Please, I'm asking you that. Just as a nice guy or whatever. But thank you for watching. Amen. God bless y'all. See you next time.